It was back in August 2018 when we first heard of Poco phone and the F1, a sub $300 smartphone with top-of-the-line specs. That phone made waves because it was what people needed at that time. An affordable phone that covered the basics well. Then, silence. It took almost 2 years for the company to announce a successor. This year, we saw the Poco X2 and the F1 successor, the F2 Pro. But these are different times, and the strategy that gave the original Poco phone its appeal doesn't quite apply in 2020. Consumers demand for more and want a phone that does well, not just on paper. So, is the Poco X3 up to the challenge? Hi, I'm MICHAELJOSH, you're watching GadgetMatch. This is our Poco Phone X3 unboxing and hands-on. First, a quick unboxing. If you're a Poco fan, this yellow box reveal should look very familiar. Inside is another yellow box with a SIM card ejector tool, user guides, and a clear jelly case. Further inside, some stickers. Oh, and it says exactly what you need. Oh, here's another one. Fun. Underneath that is the Poco X3 itself. We'll take a closer look later. Also in the box, a 33-watt power brick. Notice the red accents inside match the red accents of this USB-C to USB-A cable. On the outside, the Poco X3 is like many other smartphones we've seen this year. Its back panel feels like glass, but it's made of polycarbonate plastic with gentle curves and a strip of diagonal lines down the middle with the text Poco in large letters. There's also an odd-shaped camera module. In the hands, the phone feels premium enough, although the glass back is a huge fingerprint magnet. Up front is a display with a punch-hole selfie camera, different from the all-display pop-up camera of the F2 Pro. There's no fingerprint scanner underneath the display. Instead, it's built into the power button. Unlock times are fast and reliable. Also worth mentioning, dual stereo speakers, a hybrid card slot for either 2 nano SIMs or 1 nano SIM and a micro SD card, and finally, a headphone jack. For those looking for an affordable gaming phone, this might be it. The X3 is the first phone to run Qualcomm's new Snapdragon 732G processor. It's a non-5G 700 series chip with Qualcomm's Adreno 618 Elite Gaming GPU. Those spec-obsessed will also like the phone's 120Hz refresh rate with a 240Hz touch sampling rate, with the option to go down to 60Hz to save on battery life. Games like PUBG and Asphalt 9 run fine on the device. I can imagine for most folks, not having an 800 series processor is completely fine. And may I remind you, this is a sub $250 smartphone we're talking about. The Poco X3 sports a quad camera system, but 2 of those 4 cameras are a 2-megapixel macro camera and a dedicated depth sensor. And you know how I feel about those unnecessary extras. All that aside, it's got a 64-megapixel wide-angle camera and a 13-megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera. How do they perform? Here are some sample shots I took around Brooklyn. While the Poco Phone X3 does a decent job, the camera is slow, and photos turn out just alright, especially when the sun goes down. Night mode has improved though, and it looks even better than on the Poco F2 Pro. While the phone is no bigger than the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, it's got a 5,160 mAh battery. Poco is promising 2 days of moderate use, and in the weekend that I spent using the phone, I could not drain the entire battery after a full day of use. And with its support for 33-watt fast charging, using its bundled adapter, a 30-minute charge gets you up to 62%. A full charge only takes 65 minutes. So, is the Poco X3 your gadget match? While its camera disappoints me, I have to keep reminding myself this is a $250 smartphone. And even then, I find myself thinking about the excellent camera that's on the Pixel 4a, but I know that phone isn't available in markets where the X3 is sold. Fast refresh rates also mean less to me than others, but I recognize there's a market for them, and they're hard to come by at this price point. So, if you're into gaming and are on a budget, the Poco X3 is a solid choice. Props are also deserved by that massive battery and the 33-watt charger that comes in the box. Otherwise, if you can spend a little bit more, the Pixel 4a and iPhone SE are better choices. They may not have super fast displays and large batteries, but overall, they offer a more well-rounded experience out of the box. And that was our Poco X3 unboxing and hands-on. I know the set looks different, but it's about 2 in the morning here in New York, and I really wanted to get this video out to you as soon as possible. If you have any other questions, leave them for me in the comment section below, and I promise I'll try to get to each and every one of them. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications. We have a lot of videos coming this week, and you don't want to miss any of them. By hitting that bell icon, you will be notified first. Follow me on social media for all the behind the scenes fun stuff. And as always, make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video, I'm MICHAELJOSH. Thanks for dropping by.